Hello, in this video we will discuss about the anti-hypertensive drugs and how to use and how to work. And the anti-aldosterone agent, first of all, we will discuss aldosterone. Basically is the aldosterone function and synthesis, because the aldosterone is also the part of the hypertension stimulation. So remember that things. So in this way, the aldosterone is a mineralocorticoid that regulates the electrolytes and volume homeostasis. In normal subjects can contribute to the development of hypertension. So the volume homeostasis in normal subject can contribute to the development of hypertension. So let's begin to understand the function and the structure, the function of the aldosterone production as well as the cortisol production. So here is the adrenal gland, which that is stimulate. The adrenal gland stimulation, the adrenal gland which basically stimulate and the kidney. In this way, here is the adrenal gland contain adrenal cortex, which that contains zona glomerulosa and zona fasciculata. So the cholesterol will convert into the pregnenolone, which that go into the zona fasciculata, and the 17 alpha hydroxyl pregnenolone formation from the pregnenolone. While on the other hand, the progesterone will trigger the 17 hydroxyl progesterone, and on the other hand, the 11 deoxycorticosterone, which that is basically further process. But on the other hand, this is the we are understanding the biochemical pathway, and the 11 deoxycortisol formation will occur. So in this way, the 116 hydroxylase enzyme use and the aldosterone synthase enzyme use, and 116 hydroxylase enzyme use from the gene CYP11B1. So here is the 116 hydroxylase enzyme to produce the corticosterone, and the hydroxylase enzyme 18, which that is used 18 hydroxyl corticosterone conversion through a 18 oxidase enzyme to convert aldosterone. But here is the 116 hydroxylase CYP11B1 basically used to produce the cortisol. And in this way you can see this is the inhibition. This is the inhibition of the hydroxylase and synthase enzyme. So in this way, the aldosterone synthase aldosterone inhibitor, which that is used the ASIS. And in this way, here you can see the aldosterone, which that will be target to the blood vessel and kidney as well as heart. So this is the MRAS, the mineralocorticoid antagonesis, which that is basically target to the mineralocorticoid receptor of the blood vessel, the kidney and the heart. And what is the function of this? Basically, it is the inhibitor, the ASIS and the MRAS will not get further process, further function, and in this way, the function of the aldosterone and the cortisol will inhibit. While the naturally inhibition we will also learn. So in this way, here is the kidney, which there are sodium and water reabsorption and potassium loss through a binding with the mineralocorticoid receptor. So in this way, the resorption and potassium loss will be occur, lead to hypertension. But on the other hand, here is the upregulated through heart NADPH oxidase, and the reactive oxygen species decrease the nitric oxide bioavailability. And the further this, the sodium and water resorption and potassium loss will lead to volume expanded hypertension. So the endothelial dysfunction and the vascular disease. Endothelial dysfunction and vascular disease will occur through a heart when the more hypertension. While the naturally can inhibit when the cortisol will excessive cortisol produce will inhibit the hypothalamus, will lead to inhibit the ACTH And ACTH is responsible for the stimulation of the adrenal gland through our adrenocorticotropic hormone. And in this way, it will target to the adrenal gland. Target to the adrenal gland. It will target to the adrenal gland. When target to the adrenal gland to inhibit the it will not target to the adrenal gland. It means the inhibition of the cortisol production and aldosterone. So in this way, the hypertension will decrease naturally, but the drugs will work same mechanism but inhibition. So let's begin to understand another way, the activator of the angiotensin converting enzyme 2, angiotensin 1 to 7, and the MAS receptor and the axis, receptor axis. Let's begin to understand. So this is the classical pathway. First we will discuss, and next we will discuss about the counter regulators RAS pathway. So this is the renin inhibit. This renin inhibit will inhibit the renin through a kidney, and in this way here you can see the angiotensinogen. This angiotensinogen will basically angiotensinogen and the liver will stimulate the angiotensin 1 to angiotensin 1 from 1 to 10 type. So in this way you can understand this angiotensin 1, which that will be converted through angiotensin converting enzyme are present in the uh, uh, lungs. Short ACE will inhibit through a ACE inhibitor, will not convert into the angiotensin 2. So in this way, the vaccines which that will inhibit and the ARBS will also inhibit. These both drugs can inhibit the angiotensin 1 receptor. So the heart, brain, vessel, lungs and kidney, which that will be inhibited by the binding of angiotensin 1 angiotensin 1 receptor. So in this way here you can see this is the angiotensin 1 receptor and angiotensin 1 receptor containing lungs, brain and vessel and heart, which that will not stimulate. In this way the hypertension will not occur due to this drug. ARBS as well as a vaccine directly inhibit the angiotensin 2. While on the other hand, in this way here you can see the vasoconstriction and aldosterone synthesis will occur, and in this way the increased blood pressure and target organ damage if the inhibitor will not use when the hypertension will occur. While here is the angiotensin 1 to 7 which that stimulate. On the other hand, angiotensin 1 to 9, which that will be angiotensin converting enzyme 2 activators will stimulate the angiotensin AS2, which that is basically inhibit, and in this way not inhibit but activators, it will activate, and in this way the decreased blood pressure and target organ damage. In this way this is the process which that will lead to decrease the blood pressure. So the ACE2 activators will lead to angiotensin 1 to 9 conversion, and after this conversion this ACE enzyme through lungs which that convert into angiotensin 1 to 7, the angiotensin 1 to 7 analogs, these angiotensin 1 to 7 analogs which that will be angiotensin 1 to 7, which that is the basically is the peptide and non-peptide may activators, and the decarboxylation the AS2, so that decrease the blood pressure and the target organ damage. In this way here is the convert the counter regulators the RAS pathway, which that will lead to decrease the blood pressure and target organ damage. So in this way, this is the decreased blood pressure and target organ damage. In the basically it is the decrease for the blood pressure due to the hypertension. So this is the all inhibitors. We have just discussed about the target of the inhibitor only. We have not discussed about the name of the inhibitor, but you can understand the physiology by this mechanism. So thanks for watching. Please make sure to subscribe, like, and share if you like this video, and share these videos. Thanks. Bye.